Well, I was just talking to another courier. I can't remember offhand who it was, but you know, they all look the same anyway. But yeah, basically, like, there's this rumour going around that there's this gorilla on roller skates or rollerblades or something going around pushing over cyclists, and specifically couriers, specifically friends of mine. So yeah, basically, like, first I heard about it, and I was just kind of bewildered, really. It's just like, you sure? I mean, I thought someone was taking the piss. I mean, a gorilla on roller skates, you know, hooning around, just mucking about. I thought it was quite funny. But then it sounded a bit more serious then, because, like, apparently he'd pushed over a girl, Chandra, who's, as far as I know, is a Buddhist. So you shouldn't really be beating up Buddhists in the first place. And she's a girl, you know, not to be sexist or anything. But yeah, apparently she's just, you know, going to set lights, and he's just come over and pushed her over, or punched her or something like that. You know, I mean, it depends on who you talk to. It could have, you know, you could have raped her, but I don't think so. That's probably pushing the parcel a little bit there. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, this had happened, and we thought, oh, maybe it's just a one-off. And then it happened again the following day. This guy, Wayne, Irish bloke, he's a little fella, but, you know, you wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of him. And this guy tried to get him as well, but I think he might have dodged him and told him to fuck off. So he did, quite surprisingly. But yeah, there's just been rumours of this gorilla going around town, causing havoc. And yeah, hope he doesn't run into me, because I'll probably U-lock him.
That he had a t-shirt on and shorts and roller skates, but he was also wearing a gorilla mask. And anyway, as he was coming up close, he sort of threw this punch into my side, but it didn't really make very good contact. It was sort of quite a light punch, but nonetheless, like, the whole thing just made me really angry, and I was like, just what the hell was that about? And so I turned around and followed him and headed up Proctor Street the wrong way and cut across onto Theobald's, which is where he headed. And obviously he had his back to me. He didn't know I was following him. And whilst I was still on my bike, I grabbed his shoulder and spun him round and sort of shouted, "What the hell were you doing?" And then we kind of proceeded to have a bit of a weird row, and I'd kind of taken my D-lock out of my holder and was, like, you know, having it here just in case. And he had a bag in his hand, which was, I don't know, it had some kind of something in it that was a bit weighty. And he was sort of saying, "Do you want me to hit you with this?" And I was like, "Do you want me to hit you with this?" And I think I was basically demanding an apology. I think I wanted to know why he was doing that. Why he tried to intentionally hit me.
God, what an asshole, you know, like, yeah, I've never seen this guy before or whatever. But yeah, I can see how people would take it to heart. I mean, if anybody pushes me off my bike, I get hella pissed off. Yeah, I heard that, you know, he's been quite confrontational, and he's actually, like, you know, come up to people and spoken to them. I mean, he was just kind of slurring his words with me. If anything, he, like, you know, I can't really remember now, but he could have been on alcohol or drugs or something, but he just seemed pretty out of it with me, so I don't know, maybe it's some acid trip or something that's just continuing constantly. But yeah. Just like, just something like proper, like, I'm gonna get you, or, you know, blah, blah. It just all came out like blah, 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 blah. That's why it was not even a defending myself. It was more of a, oh God, get away from me, you know. No injuries or anything, just, you know. But yeah, the guys in front of me, one guy, like, his knee was pretty cut up pretty bad, and the other guy that, like, got pushed into him, he looked a bit, you know, shaken up and that. So yeah, and I didn't know what happened to the other girl that got pushed off her bike, you know, but I mean, no stopping them really.
Not really. I think that's the thing as well. We've got no idea who this geezer is. I mean, is he one of us? Is someone taking the piss? You know, if that was the case, it'd be quite funny, because I don't think he's actually hurt anyone, although he's hit some people, but he's not caused any serious injury yet. But what he's doing sounds pretty dangerous. So it makes me think it's not someone that we know. It's just a random geezer.
I think he's somewhat mentally disturbed in some way. Maybe he's schizophrenic or something. He has some kind of issue. He didn't seem completely all there and clear, and maybe he kind of, I don't know, was angry at cyclists or wanted to feel powerful, or who knows.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he got cut off pretty bad, or just burned out cyclist with a bit of revenge on his mind. But I mean, I just don't see the point. If you've got a vendetta against cyclists, what's going around pushing one guy off his bike going to do?
He's got issues with cyclists. Maybe he's just a nutcase. I think the latter. I think he's just a nutcase. But maybe he got hit by a cyclist, some idiot, and he wants to take it out. Some random violence on some random people.
Anything that's going to happen like that, obviously, if some guy comes across, not coming around now, is he? Obviously, if some guy comes across, on roller skates with a monkey mask, he's going to be the talk of the town for a while, because you don't see that every day. But I mean, he's going to probably last a little while longer talking about it and then disappear, unless he comes around again. But I mean, if he wants to skate around and wear a monkey mask, fair enough. But if he's going to start, hurting people, like I said, he deserves what's coming to him.